Hi, my name's Steve Oakes and I'm Director of Education here at AQR. I just wanted to spend a few minutes talking through what mental toughness is and how you can apply in any educational setting, whether you're a primary school, secondary school, post-16 or university. We think it's got applications in all of those institutions. So first of all, let's just talk through the definition of mental toughness. Well, it's a personality trait which determines in large part how an individual responds to stress, pressure and challenge, irrespective of the prevailing circumstances. So straight away here you can see the link to education, where quite often we're expecting students to perform under high stakes, pressurised examinations, and we want them to be able to do the best that they can do. And their mental toughness to some extent will play a large part in how successful they are in achieving that. Now, we work with a model known as the 4 C's, and that's been developed by Professor Peter Clough at MMU. And just to give you a quick overview of what the 4 C's are, first of all, commitment. Commitment's often referred to as stickability, and it's about sticking towards a goal. So first of all, do you have a goal? And then are you likely to stick with that goal over a period of time, or do you just give up easily? And certainly our research has found that students who are high in commitment are more likely to keep going when the going gets tough. The second C is control. Now, control can be broken down into 2 subscales. We've got emotional control and life control. Life control is about how in control of your life do you feel, or do you feel that life just happens to you? Emotional control speaks for itself. When the pressure's on, do you control your emotions, or will everybody else around you be in the whirlwind as you let loose with all your emotions? The third C is challenge. Are you open to challenge, or are you scared of challenge, fearful? And again, this is key to education. Students have got to be open for challenge. It's where learning takes place. So again, students to be open to challenge, to realise that failure happens during those challenges is going to be key to the success. Finally, there's confidence. And confidence, again, can be broken down into 2. We've got confidence in abilities and interpersonal confidence. Confidence in abilities is, as you would expect, how confident do students feel when they're doing something, and building that confidence, again, is key to developing their overall mental toughness. As is interpersonal confidence, because if a student doesn't have interpersonal confidence, they're unlikely to ask you questions, they're unlikely to put their hand up in class to check their understanding. So I just wanted to give you a quick overview of what the 4C model is, and if you're interested you can take that a step further. There's a questionnaire, a measure again developed by Professor Peter Clough and colleagues at MMU and at AQR. The Mental Toughness Questionnaire takes students through a process where they sit down, answer the 48 questions, and at the end of that you get a profile where you can look at where the development needs might be for that particular student. You can even get a group report, so if you were to examine a whole cohort of students, you'd be able to get an idea of that group's development needs, where they are and what you might need to work on as an organisation. So this was intended just to give you a quick overview. If you'd like to know more, there are 2 routes that you can potentially go through. The first route is you could follow the online training that we've got. This is split into 2. The first part is seen as an introduction to the 4C model and the questionnaire, where mental toughness has been developed from and how you can potentially use it in your organisation. The second part takes you all the way through to what we call our user license training, where your organisation then can implement the mental toughness questionnaire, and you can do it with other organisations should you choose to. If you prefer the face-to-face route, if you follow the links down below, you'll see that we're running courses throughout the UK 3 or 4 times a year, and if you book on one of those courses, again, it'll be a full day. We'll take you through the training face-to-face so that you can see us and ask questions while you're doing that. Both routes depends on your preferred style of learning, depends on obviously if you can get out of your school, college or whatever institution you're working on to attend one of our face-to-face courses. We think both routes will give you the same level of knowledge by the time you reach the end of them. So I hope that's been a little introduction for you. I hope it's given you a little bit of a flavour for what mental toughness can do, how you can measure it, and how you can use it in your organisation. We've also developed about 80 tools now that can be used in different sections of education. We've tailored those activities to meet certain age ranges of students. If you look at our toolkit below, again, you can download all those tools and start working with your students immediately. So if you've got any other questions, feel free, please email the head office. You'll find the email on the website, or please give me a call. I would be more than happy to talk you through the process and answer any questions that you might have generally on mental toughness.